Next, under C, we have a fire restriction request from Danny Chavez, Emergency Manager. Danny, if you would.
So as you know, we've already had a very, very busy fire season, and it is only April. So we've had a lot of discussion between the commissioners, Sheriff Mobley, the fire chiefs, and myself, along with the Division of Fire Prevention and Control, and we think that it is time to ask for the commissioners to go into a stage 1 fire restriction. The 120-day fire outlook is grim at best, so we'd like to go into it at this time.
Okay. Any questions for Danny?
What would that entail?
So stage 1 is open burning except fire and campfires within constructed fire grates inside developed camp and picnic grounds, charcoal grills and wood burning stoves at private residences. And these areas must be cleared of all flammable materials. There are exemptions allowed for ag burning on a case-by-case basis, and those must be approved by the appropriate fire district. The sale and use of fireworks without a permit, outdoor smoking except inside a vehicle or stopped in an area at least 3 feet in diameter is barren of all flammable materials. And there's a few more things that go into chainsaw operation. You have to have a spark arrestor, use of a welder or cutting torches and stuff. You just have to have proper fire extinguishers and have your area clean and cleared. But that's the majority of the state furniture.
Thank you.
I was surprised that's what caused that big fire in Colorado Springs, they said on Friday, was welders.
Yeah.
The guys were welding and some of the sparks flew out.
Yep, I've seen that happen.
Yep, me too.
Tell me about the timeline. How long is it in effect?
Until we lift it.
Okay.
So when conditions improve and we have this discussion again that we think that we should lift it, we'll announce it then, but it'll be in effect until then.
And hopefully we get some moisture so we don't have to have it on very long.
Very long, yeah.
Yep.
I did hear the sheriff's department was going to do rain dances on a regular basis.
Yes.
I want to see them carrying the snakes in their mouths and everything.
Yeah.
Anything that'll work.
Spiders.
Yeah.
I heard
Now I wanna
spiders.
go
Be no
see what
spiders.
We need some moisture.
Yeah, I wanna go see what you guys been through, that's for sure.
Okay, thank you, Danny.
All right, thank you.
Questions? Comments? Hearing none. Entertain a motion.
I would move to approve the fire restrictions to stage 1.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the departmental reports. Danny, do you have anything else?
No,
Okay.
at this time, you want to know anything about the current fires, I'd be happy to give you a little update.
Sure.
Yeah, we would bring that off.
Well, I'm sure most of you are aware, we had large fire in Bensport and at Fort Lyon. So the opportunity presented itself to have a Type 2 incident management team come in, and they took control of the fire, along with all financial responsibility behind that. And so that was those fires. And then last Friday was not a good day either. We started out on Highway 109 with numerous grass fires, probably caused by a vehicle dragging a chain the way that they were spaced out. That's generally what we look for. That went to, while on that, we had a call out at 350 and mile marker 67. Is that right, John?
I think so, yeah.
67. So just outside of Wahana on about County Road wide, in between Road 24 and Road Wide. So that prompted some evacuations of all residents on County Road Y, and we pre-evacuated people on Road Z. Fortunately, that fire stayed skinny. It didn't spread how it was initially looked at, and we were able to lift restrictions and evacuations and get it under control within just a few hours. So that was fortunate for us. That day also was not fortunate for many people around the state. Prowers County had a very large fire. I think the last estimate I heard is 10,000 plus acres. Kiowa County fought numerous fires. Los Animas, there was one on the Los Animas Kiowa County border that they were on. We were busy with ours. Springfield, which is Baca County, didn't have a fire, but they had a major wreck caused by the dust and the wind. And then Colorado Springs had fires. It was just a bad day statewide.
Do we know the cause yet? I know you said chains dragging on, possibly on some of those, but are we closer to knowing more on maybe what caused that Highway 350 fire?
Not at this time.
Okay. And then also, there was put out that people could sign up for notifications on their phone.
Yes,
Can you speak a little to that?
Thank you very much. Good point. Highly encourage everybody to sign up for Code Red. That is our major emergency alert notification within, it's actually our only one within the county. So, please sign up for that. Sean?
If I can mention one thing about Code Red, there used to be a link on the county website to sign up for that. There's no longer a link.
Ooh, we can get that, 'cause I was just gonna say, you can sign up on the county
So
website.
I made a post over the weekend, it referred people to the Lahana Fire Department page where there's a link, but I think we should get that link active again.
You bet.
And then, so even for people that are signed up on Code Red, maybe check your registration, make sure your email address and cell phone numbers are correct, so that those notifications go out to you promptly.
Is that different than the emergency one that I get calls from regularly, or not regularly, but when there's an emergency?
That's probably the same that you're getting, it is Code Red. But there's kind of a misunderstanding too, is that I can do that from the field and I cannot. It'll be a dispatch center, Lahana dispatch, during these evacuation notices, sent out that request, but it's not something we do from the field. And often people want to know, why don't you just send out a message? I don't have access, for number one. And my hands are typically pretty full, and as all of us, as first responders, we tend to experience a little bit of chaos in the beginning, so we typically refer to a dispatch center to handle that for us.
And that's one of the reasons why we do refer to the dispatch center is they're in a much more controlled environment to be able to get you the correct notification.
Right, but we also had firefighters and deputies going door to door.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, and that's gonna definitely happen anytime we do some evacuations. You know, the Code Red notification is gonna go to you, but there should be, if it is safe enough,